All right, so today we're going to be talking about horizontal lines and vertical lines, their slopes and their equations. And we have something that makes this easy called HOY and VUX. And HOY and VUX just simply is something that helps you remember that all of these go together and of course all of these go together, okay? And so taking a look at this first equation, especially since they've given you the equation that has a y in it, then I know that this is going to be HOY. Okay, so let's talk about what HOY means. So anytime that we're dealing with a y equals equation, then it's going to go with the y right here. Okay, if it's an x equals equation, then it will go with VUX. Okay, so this y right here stands for a y equals equation. Okay, a y equals equation. Now, what do the rest of these mean? Well, the O in HOY actually stands for 0. And so this is the slope. It is a 0 slope. And then the H stands for horizontal. Horizontal. And horizontal is like the horizon. So if you've ever gone out and looked at the horizon, it goes this way right here. Well, this is what horizontal is. Now, if you don't know what the word horizontal means, then, and this is where all of these kind of connect together. If you know kind of one of them, then it can help you learn the rest. Maybe you know 0 slope. So we've talked about slope dude. And when slope dude is skating on a flat surface, that is 0 fun. Okay, they don't enjoy just skating on something flat. And so that's a horizontal line. Okay, the other thing is that this line, which has a y equals equation, has to cross the y-axis. Now at this point, you know it's a special line. It's either going to be vertical or horizontal. And if it has to cross the y-axis, and this is the y-axis, this is the x-axis, well, if it's got to cross the y-axis, then it's going to be a horizontal line. So they all connect with each other, okay? And so, like I said, if you kind of learn one of them, then it kind of helps you learn the rest, okay? And so the fact that this is a y equals equation, okay, I know it's going to be a horizontal line with a 0 slope. Now the question is where do I draw it? Well, it has to cross the y-axis at -1. So right here would be -1. And so we draw a horizontal line at -1. And then what was the slope? Well, it was HOY, and this O in HOY right here stands for 0. So I know HOY, it's an O, but we're actually looking at that as a 0 right there for 0 slope. Okay, so anytime, like I said, you see y equals, then you know that this right here applies. All right, let's take a look at another one. So we're going to go down and take a look at number 3. And so on number 3, notice this says x equals. So if it says x equals, then I know that this is going to be VUX, x equals. So the x equals stands for x equals equation. So I know that this is an x equals equation, okay? But that connects with undefined, okay? And so the U right there stands for undefined. And then an undefined slope, so if a skateboarder tries to skateboard on this, you know, they're going to die, they're going to be undefined. And this right here is a vertical line. So it's vertical, okay? And so you may not know what the word vertical means, but if you've learned that undefined means if you try to skate on this, you're going to be dead, okay? Then that's what a vertical line is. So it helps you understand that. Also, we said this was an x equals equation, so it has to cross the x-axis. And so, like I said, these are all connected together. So when we go back and look at this equation, I know it's got to cross the x-axis at -3. So here's -3 on the x-axis, and it has to cross it. So it has to cross -3 on the x-axis. It is a vertical line, and the slope is undefined. So this is called HOY and VUX. There is a poster in my room that shows HOY and VUX. And then, excuse me, there will be something online where you can go under resources and find the anchor charts, and there'll be an anchor chart about HOY and VUX as well. Okay, let's go take a look at another one. All right, so this time they don't give us the equation, they give us the line. And so we're going to take a look at this. And, you know, if you don't know what kind of a line that's called, then what kind of a slope is it? Or which axis is it crossing? There's so many things that give this away. Now it's a special line, okay? So this line and this line are the two special lines. And so you know that it's going to be connected to HOY or VUX because it's special. And so, you know, maybe you know it's horizontal, so that would connect with HOY. Maybe you know it's a zero slope, so the zero connects with HOY, or it's crossing the y-axis. So either way, this is definitely going to be HOY, okay? And like I said, once you know what one of them mean, okay? So if you just know, like I said, know what one of them mean, maybe it's just the y. I see it's crossing the y-axis, okay? And notice it only crosses the y-axis. It's never going to cross the x-axis, okay? So if it's diagonal, then that's different. So this is special lines, okay? So HOY and VUX is only with special lines. And so in this case, it would be a horizontal line. What kind of a slope is this? So our slope dude, is he going to have any fun on that line? Nope, zero fun. So this is the zero slope. So remember, this right here, this O stands for zero, okay? And then what's the equation? Well, if it's crossing the y-axis, then it is a y equals equation, but we do have to have a number here. And so where's it crossing the y-axis? So it looks like it's right on top of the number, but -2, -3, that would be -4 right there. So -4, okay? So, you know, kind of easy questions right there. If you can remember HOY and VUX, okay? So let's go take a look at another one. Okay, number 7. So now, like I said, there's 3 different ways, and if you connect with one of them, then I think, you know, all of a sudden, then we can connect it to HOY or VUX, and then we'll get everything else. And so, you know, do you know what kind of a line that is? If not, do you know what kind of a slope that is? And if not, which axis is it crossing? Okay, and so, you know, maybe you saw that it was crossing the x-axis. Okay, maybe you knew it was an undefined slope, or maybe you knew it was a vertical line. Either way, this is VUX. Okay, and like I said, once you know kind of one of them, then you connect it with this, and then VUX just kind of helps you out. So in VUX, we know it's a vertical line. What's the U stand for? Well, if I try to skateboard on that, I'm going to die. I'm going to be undefined. So the slope is undefined, which I usually just write UND. And then for the equation, that's where the x comes in. So it has to be an x equals equation. And then we need a number. So where does it touch the x-axis? Touches the x-axis at -4. So you should be able to go and do the rest of these, and then there are some review questions for you to do as well. If you need help, then please get onto the Zoom today, and we will help you get through all of this.